Be like, what's his name? The crypto guy, George. Welcome, welcome, welcome. UDR, Traxxas. I don't know why the filter is like this with my phone. I think the phone got some condensation in it. So there you go. Here, get this light off of here, you guys. So if you didn't see any of the clips, this is my original UDR. And this is the one I just got. I'm building it back up because it's full of parts. It just came parts. That was all it was. Just all these parts in a box, in a bucket, in a busket. some upgraded stuff. Not this. These were for this one. That's for this project, which is the OG. So the blue rims, which was the blue UDR, it's mine original, and then I guess it didn't come with a body. It's the orange one, which would be the Fox Racing, which would be this one. And so I'm having a heck of a time with this rear axle getting the brake rotor off, because apparently this is the pin. This is the other side. Came off smooth as silk. I thought maybe I had to take this whole thing off, and no, that's not the case. It's just melted on. That's why the upgrade of these is super important. If you don't know, which most UDR guys do know, get those. If you buy the car, just don't even drive it, because it's a big hassle, especially if they melt. Where are they? Oh, great. Hold on. Give me a second. I know I have them. Yeah, there they are. Are they there? Yep. Let's take them out. I God, I had so many parts. Good thing I put them in the container. The container. Look at that. Metal. Nice. Very good. That's what you're supposed to do. I'm not going to get into all that, though. Start mixing parts, and you won't find anything. Like, oh, I'll just borrow this part from that car. That's never going back to that one again. That's what happens. So I am going to swap out the new parts as I go. I don't know. I mean, kind of feel heavy. I don't know. It's just maybe stick with the stock arms. These are cool for less flex. These are the rear shock mounts. These are the stock ones. So put those on for sure. And there's some linkage stuff. If you guys are gonna rebuild one of these, I suggest you get your micrometer out and you measure everything. And then just put it into a little container so that you can just grab the bolts when you need them. You're not searching like, oh, I need a 4x25. Bam, right there. Grab it and go. Grab it and go. This is for the sway bars. Look how much thicker these are than the stock ones. Look at that. Look at those. Those are the stock ones, and these little pinner ones. That's pretty incredible. See, micrometer. Mr. Micrometer. Wow. So anyways, yeah, they're bigger, a lot thicker. And that is for the sway bar. So if you have any suggestions, I'm just using my saw, my Milwaukee my bandsaw to cut it off without hopefully cutting my finger off. And now I'm going to try to pry it off because it looks like the pin is like, it's stuck in there pretty good. What happens, they melt. The heat from the rear axle, they actually melt these things. So there you go. All right, well, Traxxas UDR build. I don't have a head unit, and I'm not going to sit here and film the whole thing unless you guys really would want me to. Maybe on the next round, or maybe when I do the shock rebuild. They're both cool. This one does have the light kit, so if I'm going to keep it, I'm going to redo all the wiring like I did with this one. I just wrapped all the wiring really good with some extra wrap and extension. Sorry. Because if you go out there and beat the hell out of it, if you go out and beat the hell out of it, the wires seem to be tight. Like on this one, they route the rear lead that comes out of here. You can see it on this one. They route the rear lead. It's so damn tight and tucked in there. It's like rocks and shit can come up here. So I was like, oh, let's protect it. Because it's super it's like tight. Like not good. Put that kind of stress on the wire. So I get their point. They were just trying to tuck it in there, but that's just not. There's too much. This thing rocks and rolls too much, and if you feel it, it's almost as like tight as a guitar string. So maybe that's why some people get problems with their radios with these, and they lose communique. Um, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, Bird? All right. Well, I'm gonna continue. This is I call it a puzzle because you have to follow the diagram to rebuild them. They're a bit tricky. I just put the rear axle back on. The whole axle is dry. Look at this thing. Watch. Dry, like dry, hollow dry. And the bearings are like rusted. So I'm gonna have to probably order a bearing kit for it. And I'm gonna order new rear arms because these things baloney suck. They're horrible. But these work. So I'm just putting it together now, and then I can replace things as we go. And I'm learning the truck back and forth because it is a very intricate truck. I've been studying the diagram for like 2 weeks just because I want to be so used to seeing this thing because it can be overwhelming when you start taking it apart, especially the internals and the front diffs and stuff and the planetary gear in the back if you're not used to it. So, all right, guys, Aftermath Moto MX and RC. I'm moving. Give my 60-day notice, so I'm going to take down my Hot Wheel room, box all the stuff up. It's a lot of cars, for sure over 1,000 cars. And then I have some bigger ones over here, and then plus I have a bunch of big RCs. A couple of Hoonigans and the Hooner truck and the Slash Ultimate, which is downstairs. And then that big behemoth, that Outcast 5th scale. Yeah, collectibles. Too many collectibles. So I got this cool room over here. Check this thing out. Too bad I can't stay in it in the house. It's just too expensive, you guys. But it's kind of like a podcast room where you sit in the chair and you got your mic, put on the records. I got a record player there and just listen to some tunes. It's got full like speakers everywhere on this side. A bunch of clothes and crap they got put there yesterday. And then there's a big speaker right over here. It's pretty dope.